My sister died thinking I hated her. The worst part? I let her believe it. I've carried that secret for years, convinced I did the right thing. But now a letter she left behind has surfaced, and suddenly I'm not so sure I'm the hero in this story. I was 6 years old the day my life split in half. At that age, I thought going to Grandma and Grandpa's house was the best thing in the world. Grandma always had warm cookies waiting, and she let me stay up late watching cartoons, way later than any responsible adult should have allowed. Grandpa wasn't much of a talker, but he'd take me outside and let me help in the garden. I hated tomatoes, I still do, but I loved spending time with him. So when my parents told me I'd be staying there for a little while, I packed my bag like it was a tiny vacation. Back then, I didn't understand what was really happening. I remember my mom being unusually quiet that morning. Not the tired kind of quiet, this was different. When she hugged me goodbye, it didn't feel warm like her normal hugs. It felt stiff, like she was pretending. My dad barely stopped the car long enough for me to climb out. He didn't carry my bag, he didn't walk me to the door, he just waved from the driver's seat and pulled away like he was late for a meeting. I told myself he was in a hurry. Because kids always try to make excuses for the people they love. It never crossed my mind that I was being left behind. At first, I kept asking Grandma when Mom and Dad would pick me up. She would smile, pat my head, and say, "Soon, sweetheart." I think she believed that at the beginning. We all did. But those soons stretched out. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Eventually, she stopped giving answers at all. Every time I asked, her eyes got wet and she'd quickly change the subject. Grandpa, who had always been the calm, steady kind of guy, started mumbling under his breath whenever my parents' names came up. Something was wrong. I could feel it. The truth finally came from someone who never sugarcoated anything, my uncle, my dad's younger brother. One afternoon he sat beside me on the old swing set, the chains squeaking, the wind blowing just enough to make the whole moment feel heavier than it should have for a kid. He told me, as gently as he could, that my parents weren't coming back anytime soon. They thought it would be best if I stayed there. What did that even mean? How could it ever be best to leave your kid? He tried explaining that my sister was really sick and my parents needed to care for her. But even as a 6-year-old, something about it felt wrong. Sick or not, I was their child too. Couldn't they take care of both of us? Couldn't they at least visit? He didn't have answers. I could see anger in his eyes, even though he tried to hide it. That night, I broke. Not just cried, full body shaking, couldn't catch my breath sobbing. Grandma held me on the couch like I was a baby again. She rocked me back and forth while I cried into her shirt. She didn't tell me to be strong. She didn't tell me to stop. She just let me fall apart. And that was the moment I realized the truth. My parents weren't coming back for me. Not for a while. Maybe not ever. Living with my grandparents wasn't bad. They did everything they could, they were kind, gentle, and patient. But they were also older, and suddenly taking care of a young kid full-time was exhausting. That's when my uncle and his wife stepped up. At first, he was just helping out, fixing things around the house, bringing groceries, taking me out for ice cream when he saw me staring out the window waiting for parents who never showed up. Eventually, the grown-ups had one of those serious conversations they tried to keep kids out of. After that,